Mike Cardano with Runner Experts in the Fantasy Sports Network here with you on this Tuesday, May 13th. And I'm here to help put the odds of winning in daily fantasy gaming today in your favor, so listen up. Hey, the lovable losers of the North Side scored 17 runs last night. How about that? That'll knock your Aunt Connie's socks off. Now, the reason I mention it isn't because Emilio Bonifacio scored 5 runs or that there was a Junior Lake sighting with a home run and 6 RBI. But Mike Alt, who we've been using quite often as a very cheap third base option since he's been seeing regular time there, now has 4 home runs and 8 RBI this month. That is proof positive that there are plenty of ways to win in daily fantasy, so keep the faith if you're someone who hasn't yet had raging success. Now, speaking of some cheap options, did you use any of those cheap picks I gave you from yesterday? Derek Jeter and David DeJesus, with a combined age of 74, went 5 for 9 with a double and a walk last night at just about the lowest prices you can pay in daily fantasy. And we also went with Yadier Molina, who was somewhat middle of the road priced. He went 2 for 3 with a run scored, an RBI, and a stolen base. And we took all that money we saved and allowed us to use King Felix, who did okay. 6 2/3, allowing 4 runs, 7 strikeouts, and a win. I was looking for a bit more dominance than that, but in the end, it was good enough to ring the register for you, probably, unless you had someone who stacked the entire Cubs roster. All right, so what players that may not be on your radar today are we looking to play? Well, Melky Cabrera is 15 for 27, batting .556 with 3 walks and a 1341 OPS against Indians starter Justin Masterson. And that history covers periods both with and without PEDs, so we're good. He's priced pretty middle of the pack today consistently across sites. I'm getting the sense that there are many who are hesitant to use Justin Morneau in fantasy this season. I get it, he has a .328 batting average of balls in play, which is right where he was during his 2006 MVP season when he hit 34 home runs driving in 130. But this is daily fantasy and I don't need him to sustain anything past tonight. Now, Justin has a .341 batting average and 41 career at-bats against Royal starter James Shields, with 10 extra base hits, including 4 long flies. Would I like tonight's matchup to be at Coors Field? Sure I would, but none of Morneau's successful history against Shields came at Coors, so I'm not going to dwell on it. Much like Cabrera, he's priced middle of the road on sites tonight. You're going to want to use Victor Martinez today. He's a catcher on some sites and a first baseman on others, so you're going to have to check that out depending on where you want to use him. But he owns Ubaldo Jimenez, averaging a Babe Ruth-like home run every 7 times up. Now, he's the highest priced catcher on sites tonight, so if you're playing on a site like DraftKings or somewhere else that has him as a first baseman, you're probably going to want to jam him in over there. Pitching, I didn't give you guys any pitchers today. What the heck's up with that? Well, follow me on Twitter at Mike Cardano, and I'll give you tonight's daily fantasy pitching lock for the evening over there. Now, there's a chance of weather, rain specifically, in 4 outdoor stadiums tonight. That's up to 8 teams that may be affected, so you need to really look into the weather in Baltimore, New York, Philadelphia, and Cincinnati before cementing players from those games into your lineups. Good luck tonight, everyone. See you tomorrow.